and spice. Yeah. And make everything there feel nice. No, no. Yeah. A little sugar and spice. Yeah. And make everything there feel nice. Yeah. The shawty bad to the
one. Welcome to the
Sugar
and Spice podcast. It's good.
It's good.
It's this week's recipe, guys. It's like I'm just gonna call it the summer margarita.
Stephanie's special.
Stephanie's special summer margarita.
Mm.
It's this like cherry blueberry lemonade.
It's good.
And the margarita mix, a little bit of amaretto to kick up the cherry flavor, and yeah. It's good. It's nice.
Yeah. It's refreshing.
Yeah. All right, because we're gonna need it for this unpacking of what did we watch again? Oh yeah, Sneaky Links. So we're finishing it off, guys. I don't know, I kind of found it underwhelming.
Yeah.
I just was expecting a little bit more about like messiness. Like I didn't get quite as much messiness as I thought we were gonna get.
I think we get more messiness after, but we'll get into that.
Perfect. Yes, because we have Miss Detective was doing detectiving things. Yeah, we'll talk about
post-show messiness.
Post-show, yes, which I'm excited because I haven't done any. I leave all the detectiving up to this one because I cannot. You are the detective of the lawyer detective, everything. Okay, so obviously we have new guests.
Yes.
We met David, JC, Lulu, and Justin. And for the longest time, I thought David was Justin and Justin was David.
Like their names?
Their names. I thought they were different people. So like I was like making my notes, and like with Nicole V, I was like, oh, Justin. And then I was like, that's not Justin.
No.
David just gave me the ick right away.
Oh yeah, me too.
He's like,
yeah.
I'm
not a long. First of all, like just from a just pure appearance standpoint, like I'm not a long hair on guys fan.
No.
Like
for me, like unless they're in dreads or like whatever, no.
Or maybe if it's like a man bun, maybe.
Even then, I'm still cutting it at like shoulder length, like for like a man bun, like when it's out of the man bun, like this guy had longer hair than us.
Yes. Oh,
like we're talking mid back.
Yeah.
And of course, being a man, it's luscious.
Long and luscious.
Yes, honestly. And I completely pegged him to be part of the adult film industry.
He said he was joking.
I don't think he was.
Okay.
I 100% don't think he was. Just with the way he was like throwing out the sexual innuendos and stuff like that. Like, I'm like, there's no way. I'm like, you dabble. Because he just was like actor.
Yeah. Yeah. And like so then they each, we'll just finish David off. So then they each got to ask someone to go on a date. And he ended up going with Nicole V.
Yeah.
And you could tell, like, Nicole V was, the parts they showed, she looked very uncomfortable.
100%. And to be fair, I feel like at this point in Nicole V's journey, she was like, I'm not finding anybody here.
No.
I'm not going to find anybody here.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if I was her, I would have been like, I'm just going to go. Like, I'm just going to leave now.
Well, I think she was, like, prepared for them to kick her and Logan, or, like, at least her out. Like
that night.
Yeah. And then they were like, okay, everybody can stay. And she was like, wah, wah.
Yeah. And like
I think you're right. I think she had kind of mentally checked out. Like unless
somebody
David had come in and just checked all the boxes.
Let's be honest too. David to me is Logan, but in a different font.
Oh, absolutely. And I was just gonna say that too. Like he's
and in my head, I'm like, I was like, if she actually legitimately like is interested in David, I was gonna get so pissed off because I'm like, how are you gonna let him off scot-free with his lifestyle, with his like random job here, random job there, like whatever, but then you're gonna shit on Logan for being a surfer.
No, absolutely. Like she, like we said in the last one, I think she needs someone who, I feel like she has a 9-to-5, and I think when I was doing my I think based on her job title, it definitely sounds like she's in a 9-to-5.
I'm so sorry, you're not gonna find that guy on that show.
No,
I just, unless he's a finance bro like Colt, let's say, quote unquote. What is he?
It's something slash model. He did have like a pseudo real job slash model.
Okay, guys, he works at Hollister. He worked at Abercrombie and Hollister before they got rid of the models.
And I'm like, model? Ugh. Like,
Maybe from like this up. I
No,
don't know.
like-
He kind of has like maybe abs. Maybe he was just an
ab
ab
model. I was gonna say like here, like
Anyways, okay, so yeah, so David ended up
Whatever.
bye-bye. See you later. Sayonara.
okay.
Like,
And then whoever, what's his face, was also like extremely non-memorable. Justin, I have like 2 notes on him.
Yeah,
Kelsey on a date. Kelsey purely used that date to make Colt jealous.
100%.
That's it.
And like, I low-key feel like it's unfair to bring people in this late in the game.
Yeah.
Because unless these people are like smoke show 10 out of 10s, like all of these people are going to be like, I'm already done. Like, we've already been here for weeks.
Yeah, and we don't, and again, there's no frame of reference for how much
Yeah.
time they were there. So you're right, like they could have been there for weeks and weeks.
Yeah.
Like Nicole V could have been like, okay, I'm done with this.
Yeah,
Like, right?
exactly, right? Like, one, I was so sad to see Nicole S go, but like, it's okay. Good for her. She needed to move on. She needed to.
But she kind of like made her bed, right? Like
She could have stayed with Corinthian.
Yeah, she could have given, I feel like we were talking
better
about last
chance.
week, she could have given Corinthian like
Absolutely.
another shot. Like, yeah, fine, you don't have like the immediate like
Yeah.
woo, whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm like, feelings can develop over time.
Yeah. And like, we obviously know when JC and Lulu walked in, like, instant panic for Angelique with Colt.
Oh yeah.
Like, instant panic mode. And like, I mean, Angelique, you're still stupid. Like, you're looking at him and you know what's going to happen.
Well, and the thing also, it's like this is in a very controlled environment where there's only like so many women.
Absolutely.
I'm like, do you want to have this constant sense of
when
anxiety?
you don't live close to each other.
Right. Like that should just be the her being so like territorial or whatever.
I know. I was like, that. I didn't feel it was like super territorial. I just felt it was like, oh, hey, what's going on? Like,
well, but I'm like, at the same time, it's like, if you feel that in here,
yes,
how are you going to feel out there? It's going to be worse.
100%.
I'm like, just let this idiot go. And then backtrack when they're asking, when JC was going around asking people for a date.
Yes. You know what? That I wrote that and I was like, oh, Manny, my man Manny,
He
stepping up.
He did a 180. Manny did a
I
180.
will say, I wrote that in the end.
I will give Manny his flowers and say
Manny got out of the shit list.
yes,
and he redeemed himself.
Yes, because after he threw that temper tantrum back in like the first or second episode, I was like, Manny's an idiot. I can't stand him.
Yeah,
but you know what?
He redeemed himself.
Yes.
He really got his shit together and realized that like he could have something with Avery.
Yeah,
and like, I'm not gonna lie, I think they had awesome chemistry together. Like, once he got out of his head about her being like kind of like dumb and ditzy.
I don't know how you come back from that, but good for you, Manny.
For you. Awesome. No, but like, yeah, like, let's be honest. Colt should have said no.
Yeah.
Colt, out of everybody, he is the one that should have said no. You've been coupled up since the third day.
Not only, so JC went to Manny. Manny was like, you know what? I'm working on things with Avery, and no, like, thank you, but I'm going to respectfully decline. She went to Travis, and Travis basically said the same thing. You know, and Travis looked like he wanted to say yes.
Oh,
I think he was very tempted there.
I think if it was like a couple episode, like maybe like an episode or two earlier where he hadn't been so far deep in with Zoe.
Yes, I think he would.
I think he would have just done it just to see if
Yes.
there was like vibes. And I kind of was like, oh, JC is like, I don't know, she's just like, once again, Nicole S in a different font.
Oh, absolutely. 'Cause then she went to Brandon. He was like, yes, of course. Yes,
I was like, oh, so we just switched up names.
We just switched names. We switched names here. But then Lulu, for some odd reason, had her eye on Colt. I'm like
beelines for him.
I'm like, when Corinthian was right there.
Girl,
what's wrong with you?
I don't
She's like, I'm a Playboy bunny / model. And I was like,
Oh, I saw that and I was like,
why are you attracted to Colt then? Like, what is it about Colt? Anybody?
I don't get it. Other than does he give off all American boy?
Please, like, if you can explain the Colt thing to me, like, we'll, I don't
Yeah.
know, put it in the comments. Like, we'd
And
love to
then
hear it.
like he's having that secret conversation with Kelsey.
Oh yeah.
Like, okay, bro, like we all know you want Kelsey.
Yeah, but so okay, so he wants Kelsey, he's with Angelique, and then
And now Lulu, who's 22, who by all intents and purposes to me is, I was like, you're a child. Like she just came, I don't know. I was just like, you're really immature. Like you do not like have your shit together. You need to like grow up a bit because I don't think you're looking for serious.
Oh no, no.
And
no,
I think
no.
she got it towards the end of the series where she was kind of like, I think I came in here with a different mindset. Like, honey, you should probably go on Temptation Island.
Mhm.
I think that's more your show, where you're
Well-
actively trying to steal a man.
Oh yes, yes. Okay, as one of the people,
As one of
yes,
the
yes, yes,
bombshells
okay.
or whatever.
So, anyway, so then Lulu asks Colt out on a date, and he's like, "Sure." I'm like,
And then she was like, look at both from Nashville. Cool.
I'm like, and then Angelique, like, I'm like, I just wanted to shake her at this
I
point.
did-
Like, I wanted to.
You know what she needed? She needed a Stephanie talk.
Oh, absolutely, she did. Yep, she needed to be sat down, and she needed to come to Jesus or come to Stephanie, and she needed to be told what's what, because, like, what is happening right now? Why are you letting this man walk all over you?
I know.
I don't
I
even,
know.
to be honest, like, I don't even feel like Angelique at the end, she was like, yeah, like, I learned a lot about.
I still
Did
feel
you?
like
Did you? I don't know.
I don't think she did.
No.
I hope she took it as a learning experience to just stay single and work on herself.
I think if Colt had not cut her loose,
She wouldn't have done anything. We would
No,
have still been together.
absolutely.
And then I don't think he would have shown up at the end.
For Angelique, no,
Yeah.
no,
He would have pieced out the side door.
right, yes,
Anyway, we'll get there.
we'll get there, but
And then yeah, like they had like the white party.
yeah,
And I was just like, oh, this is interesting. We're just having parties. Like, I don't understand this concept of this. Like, I wish they would have like sent them out on like little adventures or like whatever. But hey. Yeah, I was like, Manny gained points denying her the date. I was like, thank you so much. I don't know, like Kelsey was giving me just like really, I feel like her and Angelique were both equally pissed off that Lulu was on the date with Cole.
yeah, for
Like
sure.
they both were just like in the same boat. I'm like, girls, just be friends. Just be friends and then go after the main enemy together.
Well, yeah, and like, I don't know, Kelsey and Angelique are kind of similar to me as well. Like, Colt's going after the same woman who, like, I feel like he thinks he can drag, and
Yeah.
they are so like,
And
infatuated with him or what. Like, Kelsey was obviously infatuated with Colt. Like, she
100%,
just,
they both, everybody was like, and I don't, once again, don't understand it. Like beer goggles, okay, but like
she was like going on about how hot he was, and I'm like, are we looking at the same? Like, is TV doing him dirty? Like, I don't know, but I saw him on TikTok, and I was like, nope, looks the same to me.
Yeah.
So
no, and like he would be the type, like if I would see him at a bar, let's say we were out and we're like panning the area, and I would see him, one, he would be surrounded by frat boys, like his buddies, but then I also feel like I would be like, oh, he's cute, but I would not, like, I'll be like, he's just okay to look at from afar.
I feel like he's really tall.
So
So
I feel
I'm
like he is. I think he's like 6'4" because he was taller than Travis, and Travis was 6'3".
5.
Travis was 6'5".
I'm pretty sure that's what I wrote down. So I think he's just tall. Like, the thing
He's
is,
very lurchy
is he
though, because
short
he's
or is
very
he
like
tall. He's just tall.
fits-
Yeah, Travis 6'5".
Okay, so then Colt has to be around his height then.
So I wonder. That was what I was wondering when.
But he's
Corinthian,
all upper body. Corinthian, I think, is like maybe 5'10".
that's what I was gonna say. I'm like, is Corinthian short? Was that Nicole S's problem
I
with him? Was
think.
he just too short?
She was also short.
Yeah, but some.
I know. It's my biggest irk with short girls. Do not go after the tall guys, please. I need them.
Yes.
I need them, please. Anyway, But like Colt definitely skips leg day because he's literally an upside down Dorito. He's all shoulders and no legs. Okay.
Anyways, we can.
One, since we're on Colt, we might as well.
Okay, fine.
And then we'll deal with the last episode kind of all together. We'll go like up into it and then we'll lead into, because they meet the families. So like everybody has like a family member or close friend come, and then we'll talk about them checking out. But one thing that I absolutely despise about Colt is one, his weaponization of religion.
Oh yes.
Like, who, excuse me, sir? Like, who are you to sit there and talk about how religion is super important to you? Bro, you've had sex before marriage, so don't talk to me about that. And he does not let these girls talk. He is constantly trying to justify everything. And I think it was like Kelsey who called him out on it. It was like, can you let me speak?
Yeah.
Like, let these girls get their thoughts out, sit there and shut the fuck up.
Yeah. So after like he had his date with Lulu, then I guess like he was like, maybe I should break up with Angelique. Like he had been, feel like dropping hints to her. Like I think if they were in the outside world, he absolutely would have just ghosted her.
Oh, 100% would have ghosted her.
Yeah. But I think he's like, okay, like I need to, he's like, if I want to move on with Kelsey, like I need to deal with this with Angelique. So he sits her down and has like this talk, and like it's just so like rude and cringe. Like I was just like, and like I would have not sat there and listened to that, but she sat there and listened to it, and then she's like sitting there like blaming herself, and I'm like,
I know.
oh, Colt for like turning this.
I know. I was like,
wow,
I haven't.
You are a master manipulator.
I was like,
Good for you.
manipulator, gaslighter, narcissist.
Yeah.
I'm like, you literally flipped this around and made these two girls feel like it was all their fault.
Yes.
Like, I feel like Kelsey has Stockholm syndrome. Like, are you okay, ma'am? Blink twice.
I feel like Angelique had Stockholm syndrome.
Did he put something in your drink?
Yes, both of your drinks. Like
a love potion?
Yes. But I was like, man, Angelique, like, don't take this crap. Like, I would have been like,
no.
You know what?
And once again, Zoe coming through as a girl's girl.
Yeah.
And like preaching to her.
Oh, all of them were like,
when she came over,
and they were like,
guys, what should I do?
Oh, and they were all like, even Travis, because that was her sneaky, like, Travis is like, Colt selfish, or what, like, Travis or Logan.
I'm like, this is like the only interaction I've seen her have with Travis.
Yes, I know.
As like, I feel like if I was going through, maybe it's what we saw too, right? But I feel like if that was me and I was having these issues with a guy there, I would go to Travis because I know him.
Yeah.
He knows me, and I'd be like, listen, I need help. I need a guy's perspective, and you're the only one I trust.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I love that when she was like laying on Manny, and I'm like, oh, they're like a little family.
Yeah, but they were all like, everybody was saying,
everybody knew it.
A piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. They all knew it, and they all like said it to varying degrees. So I'm like, listen to your friends. If they're all saying the same thing, you might want to take some advice from them.
Yeah. And then I was like, I was giggling so hard. So after they broke up and everything or whatever, when she was in the room and she's like talking to her painting, I'm like, girl, have you lost it? Or I would have fucking destroyed that thing.
Oh, absolutely. Like, oh, absolutely. I would have broke that over my leg and like burned it in the...
And I'm like, maybe this is some sort of like alternate therapy where she's like, we should be better. We are going to take care of ourselves from now on. And like at that point for her, I don't think there was ever a chance in hell she was going to make a connection.
No.
Because one,
I think she was heartbroken.
Yeah, she was heartbroken. And like, I just don't like that he like literally made her feel like she was the villain.
Yes.
Like she did something wrong. Like she was wrong for having, who was it, Brandon, who licked the whipped cream off her thigh or her side, her hip?
I know.
When I'm so sorry, but this is a lot simpler than somebody licking it off your abs. But that's okay, Colt.
Anyways, it's the double standard was out of control
every time.
But yeah, like I feel like they should have just sent her home then, because it's like, don't make this poor girl watch Colt move on without a care in the world with Kelsey,
and now
while your heart is broken.
And then these two new guys already know what's going on.
Right.
And they've heard it from the guys about the situation that happened. So then we also know that like
They're not
they're
gonna
not going
touch.
near you.
And Logan, I think, would have been willing to, but then she, I don't know, wasn't really
I don't
giving.
think she was into him, which is unfortunate because he was trying to like
Yeah.
chat her up a bit, and I think it could have been something interesting at least. But like, hey, live and learn, right?
Well, and I think honestly, like she had was her heart was broken,
And
and
who
it
said
wasn't.
it? Was it one of the girls who said it and was like, you are, I think it was Kelsey who literally looked at Angelique and was like, you are so much of a more bubbly person now that you're not with him. Was it Kelsey?
I don't think it was. I don't think it was Kelsey, but
She was there.
Someone, yeah, but someone's
Was it Zoe?
maybe
Because I know it was Zoe too was sitting there, or maybe Nicole V. But somebody said, or maybe it was one of the guys.
or was it one of the new girls? Was it Lulu or Nicole or
JC, I think
JC?
maybe I'm thinking it was JC and not Kelsey sitting there. But somebody was like,
Yeah.
you are just like
You look so much better. But
Yes.
it's such a testament for women who are in relationships with like narcissists, gaslighters, all that. Like
Mhm.
how it just sucks the spirit out of you.
It does. It does 100%.
And you
like,
see that reflected in the person's appearance.
and of course, so like obviously Brandon and JC. Like, tell me how I knew he was a product of divorced parents and his dad was a gigolo for all intensive purposes.
I think he just aspires to be his
dad. And after meeting his dad,
Yeah,
I'm like,
they're the same.
and then your dad called you out.
yes. It's like he's like, he's an ass. I'm like, oh, okay.
Tell us how it really is, Dad. Thanks.
But like,
And we knew where that just the tip.
oh, disgust. I think I threw up in my mouth when I was watching that. But then Jay-Z totally called him out for it. So good for her.
Yeah, and like, let's be honest, we knew they are literally the same person too.
Yeah.
And I said, had they had more time together, I think it could have developed into something. They just didn't have enough time together. And I think it's too scary to just like up and want to like commit right away, right?
Well, I think Brandon needed more time with her.
Yeah, because I will say,
because he
was making some progress.
Because Angelique tried to go after Brandon, and Brandon was like, you know what, like
I've hopped from her to her.
I think I need to stick with Cassie.
And like,
I was like, oh, good for him.
He did have some growth, like as much as Brandon can have.
See, Brandon, Manny,
they tried. They genuinely understood their behavior.
Yes, a little bit of self-awareness goes a long way, but I will also give them a bit of a pass because they're mid-20s.
Yes.
Colt is 31.
I keep forgetting that because he acts like a 23-year-old.
He acts like a child.
Yes.
So
he
acts like his frontal lobe is not developed, and it is, and it has been for a while.
Yeah, like Brandon obviously still has some life experiences to go through and whatnot. So absolutely, but I will say, like, I think he did genuinely try. Like, he was like, okay, like, I need to change my behavior unless I want to be my dad,
right?
And have 5 marriages, 3 marriages, however many he had.
Yeah, like I feel like he had some, like, a bit of growth.
Oh, absolutely, and I super appreciated the astrology.
Oh, I do. Like Stephanie is loving this.
No, it was really good. Like, I liked it. I just would have preferred them not to do it in front of everybody else.
Yeah.
That's a little bit like, ooh, because they're like, especially when you had the singles, and it was like, ooh, what about this person? Especially with Angelique, when she was like, oh, what about with Brandon? Right? And it's just kind of like, I wish
you could see JC's face. She was not impressed by that.
Not impressed at all, right? And I will say, I feel like the sneaky sweet or
spicy sweet,
whatever it was.
Yeah,
it was slightly better this time around. It looked better. Still shit. I don't know. You had 2 elephants going at it. It was weird.
It's kind of funny.
I'm like, oh,
who did this thing?
Yeah. Yeah, and then when it was so funny too, I liked the little individual date, like, that everybody got to go on. So like,
but before that, they had a link lowdown.
Oh,
They
yeah.
basically gutted the
cleared the
place,
rosters.
roster. They sent like all the new people home except for JC because she was coupled up with
Mhm.
Brandon. So Lulu, David, Justin, and then they put Angelique finally out of her misery and
Thank
sent
God.
her home.
Yeah.
So
So now we just have the couples. Manny and Avery, Kelsey and Colt,
JC and
JC and Brandon,
and Zoe and Travis.
perfect.
So they all go on little one-on-one dates.
Yes.
And they get questions
From Spasimare.
from Spicy Mari to ask the other. And basically
Like
every
future wise.
Yes. And basically every couple gets the question, do you see a future with me outside of this?
And fair. I would say more so for couples like Travis and Zoe and Manny and Avery. I feel like that question should have only been geared towards those two because they had been together in the motel for so long. I feel like one, not appropriate for Brandon and
Yeah, because
JC.
they really
But I will tell you, I love the placement of the bike. That was epic. I was like, this was purposely put there.
Yes.
He doesn't know how to ride a bike from the
She's
first
like,
episode.
getting the ick. Like,
I
yes.
see it too, because he actually was stupid enough to try again.
I know, Brandon, don't bother. If you don't know how to
Yeah.
ride a bike, how you don't know how to ride a bike by now,
And-
I don't know, but
One, I did not peg Manny to be Colombian.
no.
But like, kudos to Manny
But he's-
for bringing up the food and having Avery taste it.
Here we have Colombian food. First, we have chorizo. I'm like, sausage. So we have sausage. Like, thank you, Manny, for bringing sausage
Right?
to the table.
I was like, oh, okay.
I
Like,
didn't peg him as
I didn't peg him
thought-
as Colombian at all.
I thought he was Mexican.
Italian.
Oh, what?
Yeah, like I thought he was like Italian or Portuguese.
Really?
Yeah.
With that accent? He has a bit of an accent.
I didn't catch it.
I thought he was Mexican.
Oh.
Like I figured he was South American, but I just
Like-
thought he was
Okay, like I'll say like Portuguese because like Brazilian. Because in Brazil they speak Portuguese.
okay.
But like I was like Colombian wasn't even on my radar
Okay.
at all. But I
Yeah.
was like, you know what? Like Avery strikes me as the type of girl that hasn't really experienced a lot outside of American culture, we'll say.
American
That
culture.
poor girl. And I understand why after meeting her mom.
Why?
Because her mom's very hippie.
Oh, yes,
Like,
yes.
Super
Okay.
sweet. And they are the same person.
Oh, absolutely. That is Avery.
In
Fast forward
30,
30
40
years. Yeah.
Like that's gonna be Avery.
Oh, yeah.
Super sweet. And then so I really liked their date. I think it was great. I think they had like some really good conversations too. Like, I think
It's
they're
spicy
finding,
sweet after.
yeah,
So,
and I think they're finding their stride.
Yeah.
Right? Zoe and Travis, I love their date too. I thought that was cute with the typewriting and the poems.
oh my God. I'm like, me, I'd be like, roses are red. Like, I was like, man, the two of them had
You're doing malicious compliance with the bare minimum.
Yes, exactly. But I was like, wow, the two of them really had some nice things.
They really complement each other
Yes.
really well.
So I was like, wow, good for the two of you for
know.
like really embracing the challenge and
like, I
or
don't
the
know.
date.
Kelsey's and Colt's was so basic. I was just like, what is happening?
They're like, we're not even putting any effort
Yeah.
into this.
One, he was the only one that didn't pull out her the girl's chair. All the other guys pulled out the chairs.
I did.
So good job, church boy.
Oh well, we get an explanation later.
Oh yes. Okay.
So-
Well, we might as well just jump right into meeting the families.
So, why don't we jump? Because I
What
can't
do you
wait.
want to start with?
Cole. I want to start with Cole
Okay,
because
let me
we're going down that path anyways. So,
Oh.
okay.
But no. But wait.
Okay.
Before that, it's the did you go all the way with Angelique?
Oh, right. Okay. Quickly.
Okay, quickly. Sorry. First of all, once again, Zoe, girl's girl,
Oh, yeah.
for saying that didn't come out my mouth though. I didn't come out my
So
mouth.
she asked Cole point blank, "Did you have sex with Angelique?" And he said
He said
non-committal. We did some things happened and some things didn't
didn't.
happen. Which I'm like, okay, fine. Lying by omission.
You're still lying.
Because yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Because I'm like, okay, well, so his thought process could be, well, we didn't do anal. So some things happened and some things didn't happen.
Yeah.
Because you didn't ask me
I
explicitly.
pulled out.
Yeah. like, because she didn't ask explicitly.
We didn't literally ask, did you
Have
penetrate?
vaginal sex.
Did you penetrate?
Yes. So yes, he could say what he said, and I guess
Which I would expect out of the type of guy he is.
Oh, absolutely.
Is to be like, how can I answer this in the most
vague.
vague way possible?
But he
Also, Kelsey, are you that fucking stupid?
Oh, she's clearly a moron. But I'm like, what does it matter?
Yeah, what do you like?
Because she was then she in the confessional, she was like,
you would have hooked up with him if you met him in a bar. You would have gone home with him that night, and you know that he would have hooked up with somebody else the previous day.
Well, I'll talk about that later. So, but she like if you're not asking it, if you're asking it without any follow up, then it doesn't matter. It does not matter. And there was no follow up. So even after he eventually did confess, yes, we had sex.
Yes.
Then she was just like, oh,
okay, whatever. There was no consequences once again.
Right. So it's like if there's no consequences, if there's no follow up,
why are we talking? Why are you so upset about it?
Why even bother asking?
Exactly.
Who cares?
Exactly. And like what? Like for all intents and purposes of being in this motel, him and Angelique were in a relationship.
So what? And when they were saying, they're like, oh, we don't think anyone's gone all the way, and I was like, what? I don't believe.
I think Manny and Avery were like, we have. Did they not say we have?
No, I think they were like. Brandon said that him and because Brandon couldn't believe when they were saying that nobody else had. He was like, what?
That just shows his age too. Yeah. But you can't tell me that Avery and Manny hadn't, and Travis and Zoe hadn't. I think she's just a very private person.
Yeah.
Right?
He's like, my parents are watching this. So
yeah.
We have not.
Right?
I never have. So,
right? Okay, so
now can we please go to
Colt's
mom?
Yes.
So now we see why Colt is the way Colt is. Because his mother is a complete enabler. He's a mama's boy. And she had the audacity.
Are you in love with Colt?
What was that?
I'm so sorry, Angela. I would have backhanded you if you asked that.
What was first? And then she had the audacity to criticize Kelsey's outfit. She was wearing a hot. I had to rewind.
I had to go back and look, and I was like, she was actually wearing. I'm like, ma'am, do you know what your son does?
Well, that's just it. That's just it.
Are you aware?
I'm like, so you have the audacity to criticize her outfit, but not Colt's behavior?
Absolutely.
So guaranteed, he's a total mama's boy. Colt can probably do no wrong in this woman's eyes.
Yeah.
He's probably the only son. Possibly.
And did you notice how he completely glossed over Angelique?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, I noted that too. I was like, he's like, yes, I tried to make it work with Avery. No, you did not. No, never, not once. Never. It was like Manny telling his mom, I tried to make it work with Samira. No, you didn't, Manny. Like, don't even lie.
You didn't even take a picture with her, Manny.
No, you didn't even give her that. Like,
and then his mom being like, oh, Samira is so
pretty. So, but anyways, back to Colt. Like, I tried to make it work without Avery. No, you didn't. Not once. Anyways, you were Angelique from day one. Never talked about Angelique to his mom at all, period.
It was just like, I met Kelsey and I instantly knew. Okay, Colt.
So, yes, now we see why Colt is the way he is. And his mother is...
She's not very modest. And I was like, your son is not modest, ma'am.
Ma'am, your son has his shirt unbuttoned down to here. What, like,
ma'am, do you even know who Avery is? Probably not.
Right. So
safe to say, mom has no idea what's going on.
Well, and if she does, I don't think she would. I think she would just like Colt is probably her her baby. Like Colt can do no wrong.
And I am so sorry.
Because we'll get to more of Colt.
Okay, perfect.
Later.
Okay. So
Annie and Avery.
Absolutely. Let's dive right back in. So adorable. Loved her mom. Honestly, like her mom just seems super cool. Like I want to go do pottery with her mom. Like, ma'am, bring me to your farm. Give me your Kool-Aid. I'm in. I'll live here forever. We'll drink margaritas on the back porch every night. No, she was super chill. And like I genuinely feel like the mothers would get along amazing.
They already did. Like just in that
I loved Manny's mom too.
I know.
He was so sweet.
She was like, just one, Manny. Just one. Just
and
one.
he was like,
Manny.
yes, mama.
Yes, mama.
And I love like the Spanglish.
Yes,
the mixing and matching and like
so I'm like, see, like
his mom, how many?
Yeah.
How many?
Obviously his mom loves Manny too, but like
she's realistic.
Right. And she knows she knew what
he's a fuckboy.
Yes, she knew what Manny was like because she was like, just one, Manny, just one. Like unlike Colt's mom, who like whatever. Anyways. But yes, that and those two were the sweetest.
They were. And that's
like, that was the best meeting, I think.
And I think it was needed and super reassuring for Avery.
Yes.
Because I feel like if that had gone bad, the leaving the motel would have changed.
Absolutely.
Like it would have been completely different.
And I think Manny really values his mom's opinion. So it was good that they all like got along.
Yeah. And I think it was really good too that his mom was like, it doesn't matter where you guys live.
I know. I thought that was so nice. She's like, you can FaceTime at night.
Right.
Whenever you have a chance.
Right. Especially too, because we know he's in Texas until he's done school. Right. But like, I think, yeah, like.
Oh, and he's a travel nurse. So that he's not in one spot all the time.
And that works so much better. Right. Like, okay. And then we had Zoe and Travis.
He's like, this is my sister.
I actually didn't know who she was at first, and I had to like wait.
I was like, who is this white girl? Like
his sister. And then he did not peg me as the type to have never left his fucking state. He honestly and I think that's a big problem for them, the fact that she wants to live in Europe and he's just like, I don't even know how I can go to New York. His sister goes, we have family in New York.
And she's like, but I'm the only one who's ever been to see them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just like, okay.
She's like, well, it's a 7-hour flight. I'm like, okay.
Isn't it only a 4-hour?
No, well, I was thinking about it. I'm like, okay, from here to BC is 5. And LA would be further, and New York is a little bit further the other way.
I guess. But in my head, too, I was like, well, they can meet in the middle. Right? Like, they could be like, let's go to St. Louis. Let's whatever, right? Like, I don't know, because it's only a 4-hour to Vegas.
Yeah.
From Toronto, it's a 4-hour flight. 5? 4.5, 5?
Yeah.
Either way, I'm like, it's not that far? I don't know. I mean, I'd hop on a 15-hour flight, just saying. I'd go on a 15-hour flight to Korea.
Oh, God. Okay. I'm like, where do we get in 15 hours? Like, where is this going?
Yeah, I do feel like for them, the distance thing on his part is going to be hard because, like, I don't necessarily think she should have to be the one to cater to him all the time about traveling. Like, be a big boy.
But she's like so brave. She's like, yeah, I think I would just move to Paris, France, and like learn the language
like 10 times. I'm like, for what, girl?
She's in fashion.
I forgot that. Yes. So I generally like her. I think we would be good friends. I liked her a lot. I'm like, I would be friends with you outside of this. Who are we missing? Oh yeah, JC and
Brandon.
JC's
sister. I'm like, this is your sister? This is your full biological sister?
That's a non-binary sister.
Well, and also I'm like, so how much work has JC had done? Because these two do not even look like they're near related.
I think she's had everything.
I think she has had everything.
I think she's had everything, absolutely. And like, I don't blame her for not wanting her sister to meet Brandon. Like, this is like really crazy. You guys literally just met.
I think that should have been, I think that was probably a sign of things to come.
Absolutely, absolutely. So like, obviously then she meets his dad and like, I'm not gonna lie, if I met Brandon's dad and I would have been like, bye, Brandon.
Really?
His dad was kind of hot.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, his dad wasn't really my cup of tea, but
I feel like he would get like sugar daddy vibes.
Okay, fair, because he said he only really talks to his dad about business,
and that's I was like, ooh, this is the
like,
type of relationship they have. I get it. I understand why he is the way he is.
I think I saw that Brandon's a nightclub owner. So I'm like, so many
Not
things.
surprised.
So many things explained now.
So daddy
many things
invested.
explained.
Daddy invested so you could buy a nightclub.
This is where the triple digit numbers come from.
Yes, and this is why all of the girls look the same for him.
Yes. Yes.
All right, so we might as well go into final checkout then.
Yes. So concept was you had the option if you wanted to continue on with the person, you guys met in the lobby. If you were like, nope, I'm checked out of here, you went out the side door of the motel.
Yeah, we're really sneaking out. That's what they said,
literally.
right?
So Manny and Avery were the first ones.
Yes.
Manny was the first one to show up.
Yes.
And then he had to like.
I was so nervous. I don't know why. So they had to spend the previous night alone.
Apart.
That was a rule.
Yeah.
They were not allowed to call anybody. They were not allowed to go into each other's rooms. Like,
so Manny was like, you know, I had some questions that I was going to ask her tonight and now I can't ask her.
Yeah. Like I was like, he's a grown boy now. He gets his brownie points. Like, I don't know, but I didn't have any worries about him. Like, I knew he was going to show. I knew he was going to show. I knew he was going to be there. And then I was just like, I was 50-50 on her.
Yeah.
Just because of how she said she is when like things get real.
And Manny was saying that too. Like, he's like, I am a bit nervous because like when he said when things are going good, like she tries to sabotage them.
Yes. But I think with the moms doing everything well, and then like she walks in and you could be like, even the hosts was like, oh my God.
Yes, thank God you showed. So then the two of them got to ride off in a Jeep Wrangler.
Did you notice she drove? Did she? I think she drove. No. One of the girls drove. No, she did drive.
Did she?
Yeah. She drove.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah.
Travis definitely drove because
Yes, Travis drove.
Oh, well, sorry.
Okay, well, we might as well just go to Zoe.
Travis. Really, was there, I guess, a little bit of doubt on
my only little smidgen of doubt was how he was feeling about that.
Yeah.
And I feel like before they sent everybody off, they made the comment about like, or somebody made the comment about like, oh, you can't really look at the potential of blah, blah, blah. You have to look at the right there and now. And I was like, I feel like in a case of this, where you've met somebody, you have to look at the potential on what it could be, because that's the only thing that's going to get you out of this motel and into the real world, right?
This motel isn't the real world.
No.
So,
and the only thing that's going to get you out is the potential. Is this something that I want to experience long term?
Yeah.
Is this something that we want to try? And at this point, you both at least deserve to make it try. Nobody's saying you got to get married. Nobody's saying you got to stay together. But I think you at least owe it to yourselves, like, especially in the case of Manny and Avery, especially in the case of Travis and Zoe, give it a good chance.
Yeah.
Like, what's supposed to happen?
Yeah.
You guys just don't make it? Okay, I'm so sorry. Like, it hurts and it sucks, but, like, maybe we can be friends. And in those types of situations, I think you could be friends because it's a mutual, like, it didn't work. Unless somebody's cheating on the side. Whatever.
And then, JC and Brandon. So Brandon showed,
which was shocking to me.
I was surprised too. I was like,
oh. I think the hosts were surprised.
I think everybody was surprised.
Yeah.
And maybe he was trying to turn a new leaf there, and he was like, you know, I introduced her to my dad, and he was the one who was most anxious about.
And I'm shocked. I feel like he just wanted to prove it more, maybe to like Spicy Mari, to himself, just to be like I can be interested. And I don't doubt that he was genuinely interested in her.
Yeah.
Like, I think there was genuine interest. I think, once again, if they had had time to explore, had she been maybe in the first round, like when Kelsey was introduced, like if she was there and they had time to explore, I think it would have been better. I think they could have left together, and they didn't.
And they didn't, because JC snuck out the side door.
And I'm not gonna lie, I low-key felt bad for him.
Really?
Just standing there. Yeah, like it was just like a little bit sad because I feel like he kind of like put himself out there a little bit.
Yeah.
And maybe like made himself uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then she just didn't show, which, I mean, fair.
He's not
He'll get over it.
He'll get over it. He's not my favorite, but he wasn't.
Comment about, I know that when we get out of here, he's calling his whole roster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, fair. Like, we all know that's probably what he's going to do.
Right. Yeah. But you know what? he's not my number one most hated. We're going to talk about my number one most hated next.
Right now. Colt, step on up.
Yes. So, of course, like, this was stupid. Like, of course, Kelsey's going to show up. She's in love with him.
Yeah.
Like, then Colt comes in and tells Kelsey, he's like, I love you. And I'm like,
to be fair, I thought he was going to run. When he was sitting there and he was like, I don't know. I just thought he was going to like run just because of the conversation with his mom.
no. And you know why I didn't? Because I'm like, he won't do it now because he doesn't want to look like a villain.
Fair.
He wants to look like he is the good guy.
Have a note. I wrote in my book, I give it 3 months.
Oh.
Okay, well.
Can we jump now?
Yes.
Okay, so post-show
Hit me with it.
Detective Andrea went sleuthing. So Kelsey was on a podcast and
come on our podcast, guys.
So yes, we'd happily have anyone. So
maybe not
Cold.
I mean, unless
no.
I would love Angelique. Please come so we can have Stephanie time.
Okay, we'll tag Angelique in our podcast post. So Kelsey said they left the hotel, motel. They ended up going to a hotel. Like it was her, Brandon, and
was this in LA?
No, it's in Arizona.
Oh, weird. Okay. So
they ended up going to a hotel before their flights. So in the van ride over or whatever from the motel to the hotel airport, it was her, Brandon, because Brandon was by himself, and
third wheeling
it, and Colt.
Okay.
And when they got to the hotel, they were basically like, yeah, we're going to go check in or whatever. She said she left. Brandon told her afterwards, like after she left Brandon and Colt.
So she was going home?
No,
like,
she was just going to her room. Like,
and she got a separate room.
Yeah. And they all had separate rooms. And there was a few of them that were staying, I think, a little bit longer. I don't think Colt did. So she said, Brandon said, Colt said to him after she had left, he said, this is going to be a tough conversation. So he already like was piecing out moments after saying, I love you, or Kelsey, I love you in the finale. So then Colt leaves. They eventually get their phones back. So she stayed in Arizona for 3 days or something, and then she left. Did not hear from Colt the whole time.
First of all, if they don't have their phones, oh my God, could you imagine the emails that you would have to go through?
Oh man. Like the spam, like the
spam-a-lama.
Oh, so anyways, so yeah, so they leave and like 3 days goes by, does not hear from Colt. She goes home to wherever she lives, and then she texts Colt like, you know, like I get it, or anyways, so he basically ghosted her.
So are you best friends with Angelique now, or what?
But on top of that, so it comes out after that they knew each other, because I was like, well, how does she even have his number?
Yeah, they know each other.
Before they apparently met in a bar one night, so she had his contact information. So people were like,
so then that's bullshit all the way around.
So Angelique had brought that up on a different podcast, saying that yeah, they knew each other, and like I think Kelsey acknowledged it, but she said we didn't really know each other. She's like, we met one night at a bar, like we didn't.
You don't even live in the same area, so like you were guaranteed. She went on a girls' trip to Nashville and fucking met him, and got his number.
So
and then it makes me wonder if he recognized her, right? Obviously.
So yeah, oh yeah,
and was like, fuck, I didn't know she was coming.
So, but Angelique was saying, like, I guess Colt, like, there were some email or text exchanges that went back and forth between Colt and Angelique, and like, Storytime with Ricky had it on her, and like, she was at one point she was like triple texting Colt. I'm like,
I told you, she's the fucking anxious attachment.
You're so embarrassing, Angelique. Honestly,
let him go. He's a piece of trash.
So, anyways, because the triple text was something like, Cole, I can't handle, or Cole, what's up with this? Like, apparently JC was commenting on some of his Instagram posts or something. She was basically like, "What's up with this?" It's like, what do you care?
What do you
What
care,
do you
Angelique?
care?
Grow
Up.
up. Like, go
Let that man go.
go to a convent for a year.
Go to therapy for a
Yeah.
year. There you go. Like, you need to work on like
Guarantee you we see her on
something
something
else.
else.
So but apparently, so out of like after the show, out of the guys, like Logan is the one who's getting like a ton of female attention. You
I
called
bet
it.
he would.
You called it. So, but
He gives like soft, secure, masculine energy, like, and he has a little bit of an accent too, which is like,
so he is, I was looking up his job. So he is personal trainer
okay.
and security.
Oh, so he has legit, like, he has work.
He
Like,
has
he
work.
makes good job.
He has work. It's not a 9 to 5 per se, but
Whatever.
he
It's
has
still fucking work.
jobs.
Which I was just equally as surprised that Nicole V was a dancer.
Yeah, but that's not her job. I looked
No.
up her job was, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it sounded 9 to 5-ish. Her title, like
Yeah,
it
yeah,
just had her
yeah.
job title. So but apparently Angelique and Logan have a bit of a something.
Okay.
So she was like saying, you know, he's getting a lot of female attention. She's like, I'm kind of just like waiting in the wings, sort of. She's like, I'm letting him kind of do his thing. And she's like, he
Okay.
knows I'm around.
Okay.
So that's where, so it doesn't sound super
But
serious.
I also feel like he's the type that can handle that energy really well. Like, I feel like he would either go either way. Either he's super nonchalant and then that would just like irritate her even more, or he's very like reassuring and like, and I will say when him and Nicole V left, I love that they're friends now. Like
Yeah.
they left as
Yes,
friends.
yes.
They buried
did
the hatchet. Whatever happened happened.
Yeah.
And they were just like genuine friends.
Yes.
And I don't know, maybe he could be good for Angelique. Who knows? But and I think they both live on the West Coast, no? Because like I'm only saying he lives on West Coast because of the Hawaii trip comment.
Surfing thing,
And
yeah.
the surfing, yeah.
Sounds like Manny and Avery are still together.
Yay!
Yes.
So this would have been what, like a year later?
Like a year, they said.
Good.
So sounds like Manny and Avery are still together. Sounds like Zoe and Travis are still together. Because in the one, because Colt was trying to leak some of Angelique's text to him, and I don't think they, like, besides the one triple text.
We already know she's crazy, so
Yeah,
I don't know what else she
like,
could say.
Even I think Storytime with Ricky made a comment, like, these were not the receipts that you thought they were. So
I think he thought they were going to be damaging, and she legit said, day one, I literally spam called Travis.
Because for sure. Because he did an interview basically saying that he was on good terms with both Kelsey and Angelique, and both Kelsey and Angelique were like, we're not on good terms.
You know what,
so,
though? Honestly, checks out for him, though. That is completely him.
In the interview, he was like, you know, like, Kelsey and I, we tried for a little bit, but now we're just like, he didn't even say like we're like, he was like, I can't remember what the exact comment was, but it was like, you know, we're not really exclusive. Like, he was making it seem like there was something still there, and she was
the same way he said, like, both girls are just being patient and being like open with me.
So basically, he was saying like it wasn't closed, and she was like, "Oh, it's closed. Like, it's not happening.
It's signed, sealed, locked, buried." Like,
so, but and then he was with Angelique. He's like, "Yeah, we're still on good." She's like, "We're not on good terms." Like,
you weren't on good terms in the motel.
So like Kelsey made a comment like, one of us didn't say I love you, like, to try and be like the hero of a
like
try to look like the
show or something.
Yeah. And she's like, and one of us did. So
yeah, exactly.
So yeah, and he's just like, I saw a bit of him on TikTok. I purposefully did not go to his page specifically, but just a few things popped up when I was searching, and I'm like, ugh, he's disgusting.
Yes, no.
Disgusting, gross.
And that's embarrassing too for being a 30-year-old man. But you know what? Checks out.
Speaking of which, he got married when he was 21. He was married for 6 years, got divorced. So there's another so religious, so Christian values.
And your mother has the audacity. Guarantee got married to his high school sweetheart.
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like small town church boy got
Yeah.
married.
So I guess he feels like
I'm gonna say
the
he
fact
cheated
that
on her.
I guess he feels like the fact that he was married for 6 years in his early 20s justifies him being a fuckboy now, I guess.
I'm
Is
also
the
confused as how that did not come up at all
No, it didn't come up
with
at all.
either of these girls
No.
that you were talking to.
No. Yeah. So
Well, guys, moral of the story: the bar is in hell.
yes, it's below
If you're
hell.
lucky enough to get yourself a Manny or a Travis, I mean, with Manny, you kind of had to work for it a little bit.
Yeah.
Travis is, I wasn't completely sure he was straight. It's fine. Yeah. Moral of the story: bars in hell. Good luck. If you're with somebody, stay with them
Yes.
because you don't want to be out there fighting like the rest of us.
Yes, out there in those streets.
Yeah, them streets are ghetto. You can pin that. Yeah, so that covers that. Like I said, I found it to be kind of underwhelming based on the previews that they put out there. I think there
Yeah,
was a
I
lot
thought
of
there was
stuff
gonna
we
be
didn't see.
maybe I thought there was gonna be a lot more drama than
I thought there was going to be a lot more like, I'm like, I didn't see
Sneaky.
anybody sneaking.
Yeah, I didn't see anybody sneaking either.
No.
No.
So I think there was like, they pretty much took like the juicy parts and put them in the previews. And then it was just like, meh, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, I think there could have been, once again, like Spicy Mari, she could have been tougher on them.
Oh, absolutely.
We could have done more challenge. Like, I think you should have done more challenges, more activities, like whether they're couple activities or individual activities. I think every, like, and once again, we still don't know what the time frame was of this whole show. So let's say if this whole show was
6 weeks.
6 weeks, every 2 days you should be doing something. You should be either like having I don't know, like an activity or a competition or a get to know yourself better or a counseling session. Like there should, if you genuinely want people to be better and change their ways, like we needed more counseling.
Oh, absolutely.
Like not just like self counseling.
There weren't like enough consequences. Like I feel like Spicy Mari, like for the good of of TV, like Colt would have been gone.
Yeah, you let him off the hook. You let a lot
Absolutely.
of them off the hook way too easy. Like, oh, I think you guys are genuinely starting to No, Spicy Mari, they are not because you're not watching their confessionals. These boys are sitting there thinking they're changing and they're not.
Cool.
Cool. And a little bit Brandon
A little
too.
bit Brandon.
But yeah, like obviously I will say, Manny, good job. You learned early on. You redeemed yourself. So thank you for picking Avery. She deserves it. You better treat her like the angel she is because
Yes.
she's such a precious human being.
I
She's so
know.
sweet.
I know.
Like I just want to give her a hug. Like, honey, who hurt you?
Yeah.
Well,
Colt did.
imagine being like, yeah, I went with this guy and I met this guy. Leveled up on that one.
Oh, big
Got
time.
shorter, but got taller.
Yes.
But yeah, so I think we're still trying to figure out what we're gonna watch
Yeah.
next. I don't know. We were thinking about Love Island, but I think it's already like 8 episodes in.
Yeah.
So we might, and I've also heard that it's less than Fantastic.
Yeah,
with
I
Tuesday.
heard it's not that good. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay. So we have
So
to think about it.
let's see, like we'll take a look and see like what's coming up and what's getting ready to be released. And like maybe we'll do another like cooler review or something
Yeah.
next week. We'll do a little more get to
Some
know
fun.
us and
Yeah.
break it up a bit. It's summertime. We're
Yeah.
getting warmer weather and we're yeah. All right. Well, hope you guys enjoyed us. Thank you for joining us. And we'll see you next time. Cheers.
Cheers.